It's been Spacestation playing defense. A couple of shots turned away so far. AXB up high in front of his own box. Already a demo from Reynolds. It's easy. Yes, it is. Missed. Puts it in. First goal to the Knights.
And the demo coming out this time in favor of the Knights, and it's none other than Reynolds. Reynolds off the ceiling, gets his jump back, boosts down towards that ball to finish it off.
And missed. Will work to move it back to midfield. Just trying to beat Reynolds to the touch was Arsenal. He's going to get it back on the pass. Shot's good, and that's in the corner. Splash indeed. Tie game.
I thought he was going to go for a pass to Sipical, but this was a perfectly placed shot. Look at this. Far post, splash, upper 90.
One to be turned away by Reynolds, but he put so many shots on net that it almost doesn't matter. It just basically sets up Sipical. He was third in the league in shots on net. Miss actually finds this, hits the top on the turnaround there, and the Knights have the lead.
And this one, Sipical just didn't make a good read on the ball, wasn't able to get a challenge, and then when Gyro hits it downfield, Miss just has to pinch that one in. And it's continuing to make an impact.
Taken away again. AXB looking for the corner. He got a little high on it, but Sipical comes in off the rebound, and we got a tie game.
And Reynolds, he just respawns. If you look at him in the back, he respawns and didn't have hardly any time to react. And Sipical,
but Reynolds ended up playing for the boost.
If he plays the miss there, that game is over.
Instead, overtime plays on. Shot's good! Demo confirmed! And Sipical scores! Spacestation take game one.
Sipical, the MVP, living up to the title. A cross-body shot right into the center of the net. And that clinches it for Spacestation. They get the game one win. And it's going to be a long best of 7, but that...
You're looking for Arsenal, just couldn't get under the ball enough. Spacestation are really, I mean, look at this. Knights are just giving up the ball because they have no choice. That's off the backboard and in. Boost Starvation credits this goal. Sipical puts it in.
And Gyro was in net. He has to go right here. He's got to jump right away. But Sipical, he couldn't see Sipical. He was looking at the ball. He was on ball cam. It's bouncing off the back.
Going for the ball. Spacestation with Reynolds. Oh, Reynolds, the miss almost gives them the shot, and there it is from Miss. Tie game for the Knights.
And this all stemming from a huge clear from Gyro. Miss just waiting to see what happens. Reynolds jumped after, he didn't hit it, but the ball leaks out to him, and he finishes that one off.
Taking pot shots at the net. There's not a lot of passing plays. Not really making the defense guess about where they're going to go next. That touch very dangerous. It may give Reynolds a chance. Anyway, the shot's good. Gyro's there. The Knights take game 2.
And this all stems from the miss from AXB on the wall. Sipical panicked. Arsenal committed for the ball. Reynolds just gets a nice little touch off the bottom arc out into the middle. And that was it. The Knights getting the win just from that one defensive mistake. And we've seen AXB now, even in that game.
Well, Sipical. Oh, it's a miss. He catches this, and unfortunately, the catch isn't good for Arsenal. I say unfortunately, but it's fortunate.
It didn't seem like anyone was going to be there. Sipical catches the ball, pops it up, and Arsenal just turns, gets around the ball, and hammers that at the near post. Gyro
tried to hustle from the opposite side of the field. Oh, he tried to flip back into it. The shot blocked by Reynolds. Quickly down the pitch, Gyro around the corner. Does he have the read? Almost. Reynolds shot in. Tie game real quick.
And again, it's AXB last back. He has to make the read. He goes for it and just couldn't do it. And it bounces out to Reynolds.
And AXB had to go for that. Missed around the corner. It's got to be AXB. Miss dunks him in front of the box. Arsenal was there in the miss. But it's still Reynolds' ball, and Gyro, can he keep it in the air? That's missed ball. And you see in net, Reynolds and Gyro going for bumps, and it's a goal! 2 enforcers in the net, and Mist puts it in!
Storybook ending to game 3. Missed at 0 seconds. We've seen multiple 0-second winners today. Add another one to the pile. Miss getting the win.
It's Gyro waiting for the touch from Sipical, maybe, but Sipical low on the back wall, couldn't handle it. Space Station having to handle this extended offensive drive. Double tap from Reynolds. He had space and daylight. 1-0.
This ball coming out to Reynolds. Reynolds knew exactly what he wanted to do with it, putting it high off the backboard in a spot where only he could get the follow-up.
And the demo came in anyway from Gyro on the winger who would have taken the shot there. So even when the stars start aligning for Space Station, that's a good shot from AXB in the corner, forces the own goal from Mist.
And I have been critical of AXB with his defense, but this shot, that had some authority on it, Jorby.
Corner shots are just routine now.
That play there could be the start of how he makes up for it.
And it is still a long series. They're only down by 1. Typical shot's good off the pass from AXB. And just like that, James, they have the lead.
And again, it's AXB being involved in the play. A perfect pass and Sipical. 84 miles an hour.
I think that was the speed of AXB.
It was a great read from AXB off the backboard. An important clear. He has another stop he has to make, and he does it.
Oh, and a better touch as well to really kill the momentum of Pittsburgh, and Space Station tie the series up. So we'll have at least 6 today.
AXB.
The Knights, they're finding themselves in the third, but there's no space.
This game has a very similar feeling to Game 3.
Well,
and finally breaking the tension is Gyro.
I was watching this, and I'm like, they both committed to this, and I thought Sipical was going to get the touch on the way down, and I'm like, is that it? Oh, it's in. That was just so... The T! It's saved by Mist. Arsenal's here. He had a look, but it's taken away by Reynolds. AXP trying to find Sipical. It's cut off by Reynolds. The ball drops down, and Pittsburgh hang on to a 1-goal win.
Whew, that moment near the end.
So good at just continuing to hammer their cars at the ball. And Space Station haven't really done a whole lot to... Oh, that's a demo, and that's in! It just doesn't stop. They just keep throwing the hammer down, and finally a goal for the Knights.
The Reynolds airstrike, he jumps right away coming off the wall and blows up the defender.
Again, the backboard unavailable for Space Station. Here's another go. Around the corner, AXB just too slow to it. Shot top, and it's in for Arsenal. Space Station finally cracked through the Knights defense.
What a strike! Gyro beats AXB to the ball, but it bounces out to Arsenal, and Arsenal just smokes it. I don't know if Mist got...
That shot blocked by Arsenal, and Arsenal has really started to step up on offense in this series. His shots have been pretty well placed. This is dangerous, and it's finally in! It just hung in front of the box for what felt like an eternity, and Reynolds finally puts it home.
The battle of the goal line. Gyro's just flipping backwards into the ball. Goes for another challenge. It's stopped on the goal line. Then
down the field again. Couldn't find it. Gyro cut off the pass. The Pittsburgh Knights, as soon as this ball touches the ground, they will be waiting for the contender for the regional championships. The ball does touch the ground. Wow. What a performance